If I had to recommend one of the most worthwhile parks in Beijing, that must be the Summer Palace. The royal family has long harbored resentment, and the scenery is top-notch. So today, let's make one of these videos. The latest park in the Summer Palace in 2026. Tickets no longer require advance reservations. You can buy both the program and on-site. My personal suggestion is to enter through the North Palace Gate. Jin established the Palace Gate and emerged. This route basically covers all the highlights of the classics. Entering through the North Palace Gate, you immediately see Suzhou Street. Qianlong built a large-scale Jiangnan city and rural theme park for himself. Tea houses, taverns, shops, everything you need. What about the palace maids and eunuchs? So here I joined her in taking down the WA pants shelf. It belongs to Universal Studios of that era. I don't recommend spending too much time on this. Taking photos of the pose. Just go. After that, let's keep moving forward. These are the 4 Great Busho. I don't recommend going up, because it was extremely exhausting. These are the 4 Great Busho. In fact, it's just some witty remarks. But you can't get inside either. It's no different from hiking. Don't delay the rest of your journey. I suggest turning left directly to right about the district garden. On this road, you'll see an intersection. Yu Zhengyao descended. You get a niche and exquisite route. I only realized it after coming 5 times. There were only 1 or 2 people along the way. At Yiheyuan during peak season, there are also very few people. Such a niche route is especially rare. Millions, but never tell anyone. Then follow this path. No, maybe 20 minutes. That's how I got to write about the district park. Qianlong's wife, Xia Jingnan. All of them live in this Waxiqichang garden. So after she came back, the Shisu garden was built in imitation of this Jikangyuan. Continue heading southwest. This is the Hall of Longevity. This is the old Cixi. Guangxu also managed state affairs during his hospitalization, and in the place of envoys from all nations. Outside the hall, you can see symmetry. Arranged were a pair of bronze dragons and bronze phoenixes. Friends of the Emperor of Kui all know this. At that time, it was placed normally. It should be in the middle of the dragon bag. The phoenix was on the outer side. Here, it's the opposite. The phoenix stands in the middle. It surged to the outside. This kind of head-struggling behavior. Only Cixi could drive her out. This shows that at that time, the Empress Dowager. It really is a big fist. The reversal of dragons and phoenixes is used to reflect his warning words. Truly impressive. This part is finished. Not far ahead is Yulon Hall. It was also known as the Emperor's Prison. At that time, after the failure of the Guangxu reforms, Cixi feared this disobedient person. He ran straight away. So I ruthlessly locked it up. Xia Tian was locked up here. From the Heavenly Eye, confined to the camp platform. This was to prevent Guangxu from escaping. The doors and windows on all 4 sides of Yulon Hall. All of them were blocked. The east-west power distribution continues to this day. The old transfer wall from back then is still preserved. This level. It's 10 years. After leaving Yulon Hall, this is Sichuan Pavilion. The 6 most beautiful photo booths in the Summer Palace. One of them is here. Sichuan Pavilion large card post. Then, along the shore of Kunming Lake. No, maybe 2 minutes. And arrived at Leshu Hall. At the very beginning of Liu Shaotang. It was the sleeping palace that Qianlong built for Huang Huai. Later, it was the time of the old Empress Dowager Cixi. Together with him, he took the 6 Harmonies piece. The royal firm will for Jianshan. There was a large stone in the courtyard. It is called green branch embroidery. People also call it the wasteful stone. If you come, don't take photos with it. After watching Le Shaotang, let's head west. Passing through the waste courtyard gate leads to the long corridor. This corridor is the longest flower gallery in the world. Starting from the west side of the Yao courtyard gate at the Shixiang summit, the entire route is 7 to 88 meters. It broke the Guinness World Record. There are more than 14,000 of these in total. The 4 great classical novels of landscape, water, flowers, and birds. There is also a story of Yuan. If you come, you can look up and take a look. Maybe someone called their own name. To the center position. Look up. This is Foshiang Pavilion. What about the view above? It's also quite good. However, but you need to buy a separate ticket. Keep moving forward. After seeing this tower, moved further inside. This is the journey within the painting. What about the scenery here? It is completely on par with Foshiang Pavilion. It is said to be a place within a painting. It was personally designed by Emperor Qianlong. One day, he was dreaming. He saw the white-bearded old man, accompanied by 2 maids. In the hands of these 2 maids, each holding a painting scroll. After opening it, there are 2 paintings, pavilions and towers. It's very beautiful. The old man invited Qianlong to visit the painting. After touring the painting, Qianlong was very pleased. From now on, he drew the scene from his dream. The people below will build according to this blueprint. This is probably the origin of the current concept of a journey in the painting. Taking photos on it really costs tickets. This journey in the painting must be a circle of people. A must-see sight. After he finishes checking, let's keep moving forward. I visited today. Up to this point, you can adjust your stamina based on how much energy you have left. There are 2 routes to choose from. The first option is to go directly here and take a boat to Nanhu Island. The second option is to keep moving forward. Cross Udai Bridge along the West Embankment Road. Quiet Wall. Practice Walls. Willow Bridge. Then take a boat at Liuqiao. Directly to Nanhu Road. I feel this way. You must experience the water of the Summer Palace. Yangguang spilled over the water. Silky smooth like a worm's face. The first time I went, I have a feeling in my heart. Such rich and delicious water. This stretch of road, I call it the Summer Palace. The best vantage point. In the distance, you can see more than a dozen arches. There is also the Buddha Incense Pavilion, capturing the elegance of the Summer Palace. It captures the essence of the scene. Not boasting about the engine. I could sit with you all afternoon, feeling exhausted. Once discovered, it disappeared. Afterwards, there are more than a dozen arches. And Dan Hudao. Just shop together. That's it. You can probably leave through the Xinjiang National Gate. Yiheyuan basically finished shopping. The whole trip takes just over 4 hours. Alright, follow me a bit. Perhaps there are even more detailed Beijing guides.